Good afternoon. I'm Chuck Vollmer. I'm the CEO of eCyclingUSA. What we're here for is we're seeking strategic partners to own and operate state-of-the-art electronic waste reclamation plants in municipalities like Austin, Texas. eCyclingUSA can process any kind of forms of electronic waste. We are partnered with two of the leading European firms that operate about 100 plants in Europe, as well as our people are working in China with urban mining centers. But essentially, we can take even large appliances into raw materials within a matter of moments. This remnants of a refrigerator, and you can see the fractions are copper, aluminum, the different types of plastics, and the iron. And we can do one refrigerator a minute and to extract the raw materials. Our plan is to create 50 plants in the United States. We're negotiating for the first 2 plants in the United States. Europe has been well ahead of us because of the producer take-back laws, the zero landfilling policies, as well as many of the environmental. And so in the United States, we tend to export or landfill 90% of our electronics. And we have some competitors in the United States, some of the bigger companies like Waste Managers, Sims, and stuff like that. Our position is that we want to do it in the municipalities. For example, we are talking here is in Austin. They export their e-waste, they make a couple $100,000, but if they process their own electronic waste, they can make up to about $40 million a year. We can do the whole wide range of things from air conditioners to HVAC systems to toys to IT-related appliances. We get the electronic waste from households, businesses, government. We can do medical and industrial equipment and construction and demolition material. We're working with the mayor of Detroit that's trying to take 80,000 homes down and take the fractions, the lighting, the ducting, the heating, and stuff like that, and recycle them. The types of materials we get out, e-scrap and electronics is the top line that you see: copper, plastic, aluminum, iron. The precious metals, gold, silver, palladiums, and those things that we can start to extract. The refrigerators, we have anything that contains CFCs, we can capture the CFCs. Actually, there's more foam or CFCs in the foam of a refrigerator than the coils, but the EPA doesn't know how to mandate or get that. We actually extract the foam, we crush it, we put it in pellets, and we can even sell the freon that's out of it. There's certain freons that we can sell. Obviously, TV sets and PCs, the CRTs, a big problem. There's about 1 billion CRTs that are stacking up. We don't know what to do with them. Actually, landfills are starting to reverse, and we have 3 plants types: large, medium, small.
Time. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We'll have to go to questions now.
And that's it.
Go ahead, please. I was going to clarify some numbers. So Austin makes $200K exporting the U.S. So you said you would pay them $40 million for their e-waste?
What I'm saying is, if the size of this community in Europe, there's communities about 300,000 to 500,000 are operating 10-ton per hour plants, and they're averaging around $40 million worth of profit. So I'm saying if we put this into your new eco park and stuff like that, and those are the kind of potentials. On our smaller plants, the $5 million kind of plants, the 3-ton per hour plants, we're working with a lot of nonprofits, and they're interested in probably a little bit more high touch and to put disadvantaged people to work.
So how much would you pay Austin for the material?
It depends on what it is. For example, refrigerators and those types of things, you have to pay for the raw materials, but for some of the applications like the nonprofits, they can get a lot of the raw materials for free from collections and charity events and that type of thing. But since we process 95, 98% of everything goes through, and we can monetize everything down to the lower end, the plastics so we can compete with anybody, the traditional recyclers, plus we're R2 Basel compliant, and actually we're even more compliant than the EPA mandates.
Chuck, I've got a 2-part question for you. The first one is, are you essentially selling a recycling infrastructure in a box for a municipality who may not have those services in place today?
That's right. We design and implement turnkey systems. We can own and operate ourselves. We think that it should be locally owned and operated. We want to have a partner. For government if you want a MRF to own a government, we have investors that will take bonds. For the private sector, the German and government through their export bank will finance up to 70%. So we're looking for partners. We're not so much in the investment, we're looking for more local partners that are in the business and the recycling, the haulers, the landfillers, the stuff that the existing waste networks that we can team with.
So you're not just selling the infrastructure and the equipment, you're ready to go in there, and this is the part that most municipalities may not have in place, is the ecosystem, the channels for sending the commodities downstream, the know-how for being able to get the most out of the system that they're putting in place. You can put personnel in place, you can bring partners in there for selling out to the market as well.
Yeah, the downstream's not too much because you just go to the commodities market. The numbers I have in there are the latest scrap, and the commodity markets have dropped about 40% in the last year, and but we're still highly profitable. So again, we can partner with a local community and just tailor a specific system depending on what their needs are. Obviously, there's really kind of four categories. There's the CRTs, there's the refrigerants, there's the other appliances, and put together the system that they need.